As you can see here on the ground, we got a little bit of snow that they received in Michigan yesterday. And for an Ohio State fan, the game yesterday was unfortunate, with Ohio State losing 42-27. Between the two schools, they have met in football 117 times. I would say the Ohio State-Michigan rivalry is the biggest rivalry in college sports. You could argue Carolina and Duke would be that too, or maybe Army and Navy, but for me, it's definitely the Ohio State-Michigan game. It generally seems like year after year it's a good game. Plus, the rivalry is pretty close. Michigan leads the rivalry, all-time rivalry, 59-51. They've tied 6 times when you could tie. The largest victory was Michigan in 1902. That was 86-0. Early on, Michigan generally used to beat Ohio State. Probably wasn't as big of a rivalry, given the media is a lot bigger and they have ways to hype it up now, more so than in the early 1900s. So the longest streak is Michigan by 9. Ohio State almost had that, winning 8 times in a row. But from 1901 to 1909, Michigan won 9 times in a row. Obviously, last year they didn't play because of COVID. I think Ohio State would have won last year because Ohio State had a much better record than Michigan did last year. But that it is what it is. So the current win streak is Michigan. Obviously, this year they won. But in the past 20 years, Michigan has only won twice, and obviously yesterday's game was one of those games that they won. I was disappointed by that, but my alumni, Kent State, won, and they're going to play for the MAC championship. And obviously there is a team from Ohio going to the college football playoff. I don't think they'll do well, Cincinnati. So unless you live in like the northwest quadrant, you're probably, chances are, even if you went to another school, you're probably going to like Ohio State football, because they're year in and year out a great football team. And most people in Ohio do like Ohio State football. Obviously, there's always an occasional Michigan fan that you'll know, but generally those either grew up in Michigan or just have a rebellious personality and like to always root for the opposing team. And that's one of the things that makes the Michigan rivalry great. Ohio State rivalry great is there's similar populations. It's 2 states, and there's a lot of trash talking in between fans that makes the rivalry one of the best in college sports, if not the best. In my opinion, it's the best.